Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to Season 3 of Luminous Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the last episode, our troublesome lightless leader, Godzilla Star, was trying to get some more of the very unsatisfied Luminous Clan cats on his side. He has been working quite diligently, budding up to the kittens, and he actually managed to convince one of the kittens, Blisskit I think, a sweet little girl, to become his first ever loyalist, which I think was a big win for Godzilla Star. And then he managed to go out on a patrol with, I think, Cloudfur and Magpie Heart, and I would like to think that maybe he and Magpie Heart bonded just a little bit because they found 2 abandoned kittens and they helped return those kittens back to whatever clan they were originally from. And I think that incident has made Magpie Heart see the clan leader in a slightly different way. But we shall see if that can be converted into another potential loyalist. But okay guys, let us go ahead and get started with the episode. In the leader's den, we need to go ahead and roll the dice to see if Godzilla Star is going to continue being so gracious with the others or if it's going to finally cause some trouble. So time to roll the dice. Okay, we got a 3 on the 10-sided dice, so that's Whimsy Clan again, and we got a 6 on the 8-sided dice, so that's a praise. So we're praising Whimsy Clan. He has not caused any trouble so far, guys. No trouble. He has caused no trouble so far, this dude. Maybe he knows that maybe he should wait until he gets his clan under control slightly before he starts causing trouble in other clans. Because, you know, it's gonna be difficult to handle aggressive cats from both sides. Okay, so I've got that going. Let us skip a moon and see what happens. Please, please, please give me some birth notices. And we have some birth and death notices. When Whimsy Clan arrives at the gathering, Godzilla Star notices that Whimsy Clan's deputy is leading the patrol instead of their leader. Godzilla Star is the first to wish Whimsy Clan's leader a speedy recovery, and the deputy smiles. So Whimsy Clan relations have improved. Rowan Pelt has healed well from his bite wound. Nice! His wound was the one that was at risk of killing him, so I'm glad that got sorted. Rowan Pelt was on a walk when he saw Bonesong being attacked by a dog. He helped Bonesong escape, but not before gaining a few wounds. Are you kidding me? He just recovered from a bite wound and now he has more wounds from a dog attack? And I feel so bad for Bonesong, because Bonesong is hated by Buttercup Dusk. Despite being hated though, he actually did an excellent job on the patrol in the last episode because he single-handedly led the charge to fend off a whole bunch of rogues that could have potentially killed our cats. And then he got attacked by a dog? Are you kidding me? Lupine Claw's rat bite has healed, thank goodness. Godzilla Star has healed from all of his scrapes. And he has running nose. Rumors reach your clan that the exiled Trembletail has died recently. Okay, so unfortunately they weren't the birth notices that I wanted, but thankfully nobody has died in our clan. And just a quick look over here. So Rowan Pelt, oh no, again, Lupine Claw is in good health to go out patrolling, but Rowan Pelt is going to be down again because of a new wound. Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's check out the medicine cat den real quick. He has, okay, so since this is a bite wound, I'm not entirely sure, but I wonder if his last wound that he had was also from a dog, potentially? Huh, but he has another bite wound from a dog, because he helped fend it off from Bonesong. Ruin Pelt, but you know, it makes sense. His mate, Reed Daisy, is no longer alive, and I can see how he would put himself into dangerous, situations to defend his remaining children, obviously, and Bonesong is his youngest son. Okay, Rowan Pelt was given cobwebs as treatment for bite wound. They'll be less likely to die, and then he healed from the bite wound. And then Lupine Claw was given cobwebs as treatment for the bite, and the bite healed. Pepper was given juniper as treatment for his weak leg, which I think is a permanent condition. Godzilla Star was given oak leaves as treatment for scrapes, and then he healed from that. And then Buttercup Dusk gathered plantain and cobwebs this moon. And he has, look at this, a ton of resources, which is amazing. So let's now dive into relationships to see what is going on with everyone and maybe keep an eye on who Godzilla Star is interacting with. When explaining something, Plum Raven is surprised that Orchid Shine understands. Gold Kit does something that makes Plum Raven's day a little happier. Buttercup Dusk likes to sit near Bliss Kit during conversations. Buttercup Dusk is impressed by Gold Kit helping others today. Stone Speck saw Plum Raven hide something before talking to her. Stone Speck thinks that Gold Kit is very creative. Rowan Pelt thinks Lupine Claw was nice to him today. Rowan Pelt has started to see flaws in Sun Kit's philosophies. Bliss Kit points out that Cloudfur's fresh kill has gone bad before she eats it. Gold Kit let Cloudfur down when Cloudfur was counting on her. Okay, that's not a very good mother-daughter interaction. Shadow Swirl and Godzilla Star keep making each other yawn. This is the first time I've seen these two interact in events, and it seems as though they've reached a bit of a stagnant point in their relationship. I think they're trying to interact. Shadow Swirl knows what's hinging on her, and Godzilla Star knows that, you know, the trouble he's making hinges on how accepting Shadow Swirl is. And they're trying with each other, they're sitting down to have a conversation, but it seems as though they're just not compatible, like they're making each other yawn. Oh my goodness. But it's a neutral effect. It's a neutral effect. Bliss Kit brings Shadow Swirl herbs from the medicine den for a headache. Lupine Claw realizes that she and Plum Raven have had a lot of the same hardships. Sun Kit tells Lupine Claw that he was worried for her. Buttercup Dusk compliments one of Orchid Shine's friends. Orchid Shine and Gold Kit notice a cloud is shaped like a star. Godzilla Star compliments Magpie Heart's name. I mean, yes, he has a beautiful name, but guys, I did say in the last episode we have to keep an eye on these two because Godzilla Star, I think, has started winning maybe Magpie Heart over a little bit. After the patrol they went on, Magpie Heart saw the clan leader in like a new light. He was being responsible, he was being helpful, and he singled out Magpie Heart to assist him in taking those kittens back in what ended up being a very diplomatic patrol. So now the leader is coming and complimenting Magpie Heart's name, like, oh, we're gonna have to see. Is it enough to convince Magpie Heart to join Bliss Kit as Godzilla Star's loyalist? I don't know. Magpie Heart worries that one of his friends likes Sun Kit more. Day Prance helps Bonesong pick out burrs out of his fur. When getting something to eat, Bonesong sees Bliss Kit allow someone else to take her favorite prey. Pepper is talking with Lupine Claw. Pepper gave Bliss Kit a trinket he found while out of the camp today, so some father-daughter interaction. Day Prance hears Shadow Swirl laugh at a clanmate's joke, even though it was lame. Godzilla Star and Lupine Claw worked well together on a patrol. Okay. Now, if Godzilla Star has to look out for anyone, I think it's definitely Lupine Claw, because she could be nice to your face and then murder you, you know, in the dead of night. You never know. But it seems as though he is getting along well with her, and I suppose if you do get along with a psycho like that, it's probably a good friend to have at your side. Like, I don't think you want to make an enemy out of someone like Lupine Claw. Godzilla Star and Orchid Shine find a hidden part of the territory and keep it a secret together. Look at this, guys. I think Godzilla Star has a strategy. He is one-on-one, spending time with some of the younger cats, and he is starting to develop friendships with them. You know, a little secret here, a single patrol there, complimenting someone's name here, a diplomatic mission there, and one by one, maybe he's going to start making these cats kind of have a unique memory with him or become attached to him in a certain way. Very, very intriguing. Bliss Kit suspects that Plum Raven gets special treatment. Sun Kit hears Plum Raven laugh at a clanmate's joke even though it was lame. And Gold Kit notices a strange glint in Rowan Pelt's eyes. So that's what we have for events, and we also have to keep an eye out on potential mentors for this particular episode, because it is the last episode where our kittens are going to stay kittens. From next episode onwards, they're going to become apprentices. So okay, let me cut the recording here and we'll resume in the cat list. Okay, it is time for us to resume with the cat list. nothing seems to have changed in terms of loyalties, unfortunately. So Godzilla Star still only has the sweet little Bliss Kit, who is loyal to him and is really, really happy and excited for him to be leader. The others, he has slowly started working on the other cats, but I think maybe the relationships they have with each other is way stronger than whatever progress Godzilla Star is making with them. So this is going to be like a game for the long haul, I think. He needs to play this for many moons yet. But okay, let us see what all the cats... Oh wait, before we do that, we need to go over to Peppa, and we need Godzilla Star and Shadow Swirl to have some more mediation between them, because their relationship seems to be at a kind of stagnated place. From what we saw, they were both making each other yawn, and even in the last moon, they didn't have any romantic increase. So let's go ahead and try a little bit. Again, no romantic increase. Respect, comfort increased, dislike, jealousy decreased, but no romantic increase. So guys, I don't know. I feel like Shadow Swirl and Godzilla Star don't really have any personal feelings for one another. This is something they're doing. They're like using each other. Right? Shadow Swirl needs something from Godzilla Star, and he needs something from her, and that's why this is being allowed to continue, essentially. And I feel like this relationship is very different to Peppa and Cloudfur. Peppa and Cloudfur are put in the same position, where Peppa was brought from outside the clan to have a litter with Cloudfur, one of our clan-born cats, but he kind of fell in love with her the moment he saw her. She was like the most beautiful cat he'd ever seen, she-cat, and she very quickly fell in love with him too, even though she was a bit, standoffish at first, and very, like, she kept her feelings very close to herself, and she made him work for it, but they both gradually fell in love with one another, but the seeds for that were there. Whereas with Godzilla Star and Shadow Swirl, they're just not compatible, and it's just not really working, I think. Because of the various burdens and responsibilities they have, I think they are lasting. They're trying their best to make this last, but I don't know how long it will or who's going to break first. Godzilla Star knows that if he breaks it off with Shadow Swirl, that's it. That's going to give everyone a reason to finally band together and kick him out. So he's hesitant to do this. Unless he feels as though clan life is too much and he kind of wants to, like, escape, he wants to run away again, I don't know if he'd be willing to do that. I mean, the only way he can, like I said, is if he's ready to make a quick escape. For Shadow Swirl, unless she really can't stand it and she really doesn't want to have a litter with Godzilla Star, she might not break it off. So, I don't know. They both have a lot at stake here. But okay, we did try some mediation between the two of them. Now let's see what everyone's doing for the day. Godzilla Star thinks about Star Clan, and he's feeling a little bit sick. He does have a running nose. Plum Raven finds joy in the simple tasks of a deputy's duty. Okay, I think deep inside, even though Plum Raven does feel guilty for not being able to stand up for her position and giving it over to Godzilla Star, I think deep inside, Plum Raven is actually secretly glad that she doesn't have to be leader, because leadership is too big of a burden for her, and I think maybe Plum Raven feels as though she can never actually live up to. Is she related to Mista in any way? I don't think she is. She's not actually related to Mista, but I don't think she feels as though she can live up to the very first prophet, and, the way he used to be leader. And I think being the short stint she had of leadership made her very unsure of herself and nervous, and that's totally against her playful nature. So she's actually much happier being a deputy. I think she just wishes that the others didn't look at her as though she had betrayed them. Buttercup Dusk, third moon in a row, is keeping his patients distracted with silly games while he treats them. Oh, Buttercup Dusk, you're so lovable. Peppa is crushing leaves under his paws, helping his friend out at the medicine cat den, which is very nice. Peppa definitely, I think, settled into the clan a lot easier or better than Godzilla Star. One, because he followed the proper path to entering politics the right way. He worked his way for it, or he worked his way up, and he didn't, take over straight off the bat. He also got to know the other cats, befriended them a little bit. He legitimized himself by having a litter with Cloudfur and kind of really became a clan cat. Whereas the others, I mean, with Godzilla Star, not so much. Stone Speck is crushing leaves under her paws, so she is also hanging out with Pepper, helping him out at the Medicine Cat Den with her mate Buttercup Dusk. That does make a lot of sense. Rowan Pelt taunted a dog stuck behind a two-leg fence. Cloudfur tries to set a good example for younger cats. Shadow Swirl leaps into a pile of fallen leaves. Lupine Claw is asking Gold Kit an important question. Orchid Shine is thinking about how awful kitty pet food must taste. Magpie Heart is exhausted after a patrol. Bone Song stammers through a joke and ruins his own punchline. Day Prance is glad it's not so hot out anymore. Bliss Kit wishes other cats would stop babying her. Sun Kit leaps into a pile of fallen leaves. So who was he leaping into the pile of fallen leaves with? I think Shadow Swirl. Oh, that's cute. So Sun Kit and Shadow Swirl. And Gold Kit is extra fluffy today. Oh, you're adorable. I think Gold Kit is actually my favorite out of the kittens we have here. I think Gold Kit is my favorite. So okay, that is all we have for the cat list. I'm gonna cut the recording here and we'll pick up in patrols. Okay, we are resuming with patrols. We currently have 213 prey and we need 37. This is also going to be a very, very important set of patrols because we're going to see who the leader is keeping his eye on as potential mentors for the three kittens. And then, you know, I think that is going to be something interesting for us to consider. So let's send off Buttercup Dusk, the medicine cat, first and see what he manages to get. Leaffall holds the last chances to stock up on herbs that will die off in Leaf Bear, and Buttercup Dusk heads out to gather fresh mallow for the stores. Proceed. With the Leaffall mallow starting to die back in the next step in its endless perennial cycle, Buttercup Dusk collects all he can. That, as it turns out, is actually quite a lot, and noticing a withering Bethany plant, Buttercup Dusk hurries over to see what can be saved. So Bethany and mallow are gathered. Now, we're going to have a patrol of 6 and a patrol of 4. I'm thinking that whoever Godzilla Star ends up on a patrol with are probably going to be the cats that he has picked out as the best potential mentors for the three kittens that he wants to supervise in person to see how they would go and if anyone's going to stand out. And the cats who get sent on a different patrol from him, I think is probably not going to be in his line of sight for mentors he wants to choose. So let's go ahead and see who the first patrol of 6 is going to be. Okay, so these are the cats, in my mind, that Godzilla Star is considering as potential mentors. He's more interested in these cats than the cats left with the deputy. So Stone Speck, who I think has mentored her son, Day Prance. He's interested in her as a potential mentor. She's ambitious, good at teaching and observing, and she did serve very briefly in politics as a mediator. We have Orchid Shine, who is strict and is good at swimming. I don't think Orchid Shine has had any experience mentoring. We have Magpie Heart, who is nervous, but he's good at storytelling and swimming. Now, he also doesn't have any experience as far as I'm aware, but he did have a chance to shine on the last episode in the patrol, the diplomatic patrol he did with Godzilla Star. Then we have Lupine Claw, who we know has been getting along well with Godzilla Star. She's charismatic and good at caretaking. And finally, we have, interestingly enough, Cloudfur, who I didn't think Godzilla Star liked too much, but she's sneaky and good at caretaking. And essentially, these are the cats, and I think Cloudfur has actually mentored one of the other cats before. I don't remember who. She has some mentoring experience. But these are the cats that Godzilla Star is keeping an eye on for the kittens. So, okay, let's send them out and see if anyone does manage to stand out. It starts snowing soon after the patrol sets out, trying to bring back something for the fresh kill pile. Proceed. Despite the snow, the patrol manages to hunt successfully, lurking where the Pika are trying to stock their dens for Leaf Bear. As Godzilla's star leads the way home, a sense of security and competence drives them onwards. A small amount of prey is brought to camp. So I don't really know I don't think anyone particularly stood out in that hunt except for Godzilla Star himself, but he might have gotten a better idea as to whether these cats are suitable or not. And I suppose he'll also get feedback from the deputy for the cats that she took out. So we have Day Prance, Bone Song, Shadow Swirl, and Plum Raven. And the funny thing with these cats here, I want to see what their personalities are like and their skills, and then, why Godzilla Star might not have thought that they would make suitable mentors. So I think Plum Raven, it's no surprise. I mean, she's playful, good at running and swimming, but he was easily able to talk her down from being leader, as I don't think Godzilla Star very much trusts Plum Raven or puts much stock in her abilities. Yeah, because if she was capable, she would have kept her position. We have his mate, Shadow Swirl, who is responsible and good at running and speaking, but I wonder if maybe he feels as though Shadow Swirl should focus on having the litter and not get distracted with an apprentice. We have Bone Song, who is lonesome, good at speaking and storytelling, and Bone Song was the cat who single-handedly, in the last episode, led an attack against the rogues and fended them off. But then he did get attacked by a dog and had to be saved by his father Rowanpelt, who now has another bite wound. So I wonder if him being attacked by a dog makes Godzilla Star feel as though Bonesong isn't a good enough fighter to defend himself, and maybe he won't be able to protect an apprentice. And then we have Day Prance, who is bloodthirsty and good at swimming and running. Now I'm wondering whether Godzilla Star sees the Day Prince, who looks so pretty and wonderful, and I keep forgetting he's bloodthirsty, but then thinks that, Day Prance could become a potential troublemaker, and he doesn't know if he wants Day Prance to influence the younger generation because he's not yet sure whether Day Prance is on his side or against him. And if he's against him, that is going to be a very, very difficult cat to give influence to. And give control of a youngster to, because then it means that his apprentice is probably also going to be against Godzilla Star. So I can kind of see why he didn't pick these 3 cats. But let's send them out on a patrol and see what they get up to. Day Prince! No, Day Prince, please, nothing must happen to you. Is trailing behind the patrol when there is a mighty clatter of stones from below. He looks around wildly, just in time for the world to tip upside down as the scree slope beneath him collapses. I don't want Day Prince to die, as you guys know, because he is the most important cat in the clan. He has a triple prophetic bloodline, and he is the last cat with the first and third bloodlines. If he dies, those bloodlines die with him because his father and his mother cannot breed again. All the cats that I have are only allowed to have 1 litter before I take them out of breeding, regardless of how small or big that litter is. So yeah, Day Prince is their only child, and I do not want him to die. Please, please, please be okay. Creeping in as close as possible, Shadow Swirl purrs to Day Prance, keeping him calm as the patrol carefully digs down to him. Day Prance blinks up at her, holding on to her presence in the scary situation. Oh, Shadow Swirl, I love you, you're amazing. She saved her nephew, guys. She calmed her nephew, and the other 2 worked together to save him. Thank goodness, Shadow Swirl. Thank goodness for you. I nearly had a heart attack. Okay, well, guys, it seems as though that is all we have for today. Godzilla Star has taken his cats out on patrol, has seen the potential mentors. I'm sure by now he has an idea of which kit is going to be suitable for which mentor, and we'll get to see all of that in the next episode, and also how the kitty cats look, how the personalities might change. I'm hella excited. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.